Hey, what's up, everybody? Mogiam Monster here, and welcome to Why the Fascination, or WTF as I like to call it. Hope everybody's doing well tonight. Great to see everybody already in chat. Pull up the comments. Brandy Haywood, how are you? Gary Johnson, nice to see you. G'day, Mark. What's up, buddy? Finding the Trackway. What's going on? Bigfoot Atheist Inquiry. What's up, Joe? Mr. Lee, what's happening? I like those music lyrics you put down earlier. Little Beatles song. Howling Underdog Films. What's up, Charlie? Good to see you, man. See, it's funny. His name's Charlie, but he goes by Chuck, but I've only called him Chuck twice. I always called him Charlie. I think it's because my grandfather's name was Charlie and my uncle's name was Charlie, so kind of comfortable with that. But anywho, Grasshopper, what's up, bud? And welcome to anybody else that's not in chat that's watching. Welcome. Backdrop's a little different. I'm just sitting in the backyard at a table, so it's just dark behind me. No lights. The patio where I normally sit was just too busy, so I had to kind of come over here. Mr. Hand, what's up, Rex? John Wick, happy Tuesday to you. Who else we got here? Sharon Guy. All right, Sharon. Hope you're doing well. Robert Dunduvan, welcome. Waiting for the winds of change to sweep those clouds away, waiting for the rainbow's end to cast its gold your way. Right on. Probably another music lyric. Probably the same song as... Actually, I don't know what song it's from. Not going to pretend to know. Who else? So yeah, guys, if you're new here, like I said, welcome. What I do is I put the link in chat to the show, and anybody that wants to come on can come on and then come hang out, BS, talk what's on your mind. It doesn't necessarily have to be Bigfoot or whatever. I mean, it could be whatever, fishing. Because I talk a lot about fishing, although I'm trying to cut back. I've been watching a lot of fishing videos, like how to, Roland Martin is an old-time professional fisherman. He's down here in Florida. He's down by Okeechobee. So he knows how to fish these waters. And so I've been watching videos on, fishing certain lures in what conditions, and hasn't worked for me yet. I'm bound and determined. I'm using these plastic frogs, and I don't think I'm going to use anything else until I catch a fish or one of those damn frogs. Sorry. Not far from the main street. Yeah, I've been spending too much on live bait. I have enough plastics and lures, and I got enough, artificials to catch fish. A lot of them I've never fished. It's weird. I'm not a buzz bait, spinner bait. I don't think the most I fished was like a rubber worm artificials, but I have enough to figure it out. It's too easy. Like when you're using live bait to just, catch fish. When you use an artificial lure, you actually have to work for them. So I'm watching these videos, seeing what I can learn. Find the Trackway. Roland Martin's son is the one to watch. All right, I'll check it out. What's his name? Don't tell me Roland Martin Jr. or something. Mogs, you're buzzing through. What does that mean? Oh, buzz baits. Yeah. Yeah, it's just Miss Dill. What's up? Yeah, there's a lot of things I haven't caught fish on, so this is the place to do it. There's a ton of bass down here. I mean, crazy amount of bass down here that I'm just waiting to be caught. So I'm gonna go do it. Papa Craig, what's up, buddy? Hey, Judy. Who else is in here? So yeah, let me post the link in chat. And if you are out there and you're watching, and you want to join, you've never been on before, I encourage you to pop on. Last week we had a new face pop on. She got shy and left, but I applaud her for hopping on. It's not easy, but yeah, I think when she saw like Naoma or who was in here, Nance or Leslie was in here. I think she got all intimidated and left, but she stayed in chat, which was cool. But yeah, anybody, like I said, I encourage new people to pop on. Sandra Piper, welcome. Mr. Fritz. Mr. Fritz says, howdy, y'all knuckleheads. He's stealing Mr. Lee's word, knucklehead. So yeah, I see there's gonna be some more shitty weather this week. Prayers to anybody that this weather is affecting, because down here we're not getting it. We're not dealing with the weather in Florida. Right on, Pammy. Pammy says, I have some time off this weekend. Hopefully you can catch up. Indeed. Forgot what I was talking about. I do want to send prayers out to Jeff Townsend. He's in the hospital. He's having some issues. Prayers, to him. I hope he recovers quick. He's still got a road ahead of him. I'm not sure exactly. I think it was congenital heart failure or. So, yeah, that's what I think it was. I know Donnie Miller posted something as well on his on his channel. So he knows more about it. I listened to it, but I just wanted to send my prayers and wish him well. I know he has he may have to have like an amputation done. I pray it doesn't come to that. But we're here, Jeff. If you can hear this, we love you. Praying for you. Cryptid 559. What's up, Javier? ¿Cómo estás? Good to see you, brother. Yeah, man. Like I said, guys, links in chat. Anybody wants to use it, Javier. I'd love to hear what's going on with you, man. Javier from 559. Geez, it's been a long time since you've been on the show. That was like 2 years ago. Over 2 years ago. Jeez. Next month is 3 years that I started putting out content. That's just not lives. That's including when I first started putting that, some shit out. That's crazy. Sorry. Spiders. Spiderweb. Richie Evans. What's up, bud? There's another one. Prayers going out to you, dude. I'm going to call you tomorrow, actually, dude. Karen Ann Preston. Welcome. Yeah, prayers to Richie. He's got some surgery Thursday, I think. So we're thinking about you, Rich. Hey, Christy. Christy Sci-Fi. let's set up a day, Mogion. Any Tuesday and Thursday. That's about it. You know, I don't plan things usually. I mean, a couple weeks ago I had a pretty good show that I actually planned, but this is all organic, you know, just winging it. Whoever wants to pop on whenever you want to pop on. But you know, you have my email, you should. It's in the about, I think. If not, it's anybody wants to email me, it's monstermogion@gmail.com. Let me see. Yeah, anytime is good, Javier. Javier does some good investigations out west. Ooh, don't push that button. I almost ended the broadcast. Oh, shit. That would have sucked. I was just trying to hit the comment button and it said end broadcast. I'm like, no. Oh, man. Yeah, so I am just going to flood, or what's it called? Spam my own chat with the link until somebody uses it. Because it's easier to play off someone when they're here, you know. For me, it's always better to have somebody to talk to. It's more entertaining too. Mogs, I have. Well, dude, then you might have to come on live and do it. Or get in touch with me, Mr. Lee, because we can do it. We can do it. We can record it on StreamYard in this platform as a recording. We don't have to, you know, it doesn't have to be live. So if you want to do it that way, let me know. Or you can record it. I said it's posted. It's too long. Get in touch with me. We'll figure it out. Yeah, it's overdue. I mean, shit, how long have you had, dude? It's all right. I know you'll come through. Not worried. The black stockings is part of the healing up. Oh, compression socks. Yeah. I don't believe that was disguised, guys. I've talked to him a few times. He's not disguising his voice. I could be wrong. I don't think I am. Yes, Thursday show. I tried to email it. We can sort it out. I made a movie. Fucking A. I told you to use your imagination, man. And you could have all the time you wanted. So whatever you give me, we'll put it up. And if it's too long, we'll do two-parter. Part 2. Can we call him Squeaky like my brother then? You can call him whatever you want. I mean, I don't care. But he might not like it. Kathy Zabrowski, howdy. How you doing? Great to see you. It's hard to read. It's hard to say something when you're reading something else, you know? Who else is here? Yeah, I'm like in the garden. The friggin' mosquitoes are a little brutal. Might as well smoke them out. It's pretty sad when I got to, spray friggin' mosquito repellent before a show. Donald Fuller, what's going on, man? Yeah, listen to Mr. Lee. Hit the like button. It's funny. I say it at the end of this show. I should say it when there's like, actually people here. But it always works out. There he is. What's happening, Richie?
What's up, man? How are you today?
Good. How you feeling?
I'm doing good overall. I have a cut. Like you see in the picture I showed you, right? The cut.
I might have not seen it.
Okay.
When did you send it?
A few hours ago.
Oh, then I probably didn't see it.
What it is actually the dog stepped on my foot, my bad leg, punctured around the ankle, and it was healing and it was doing great up to about 7 days ago, and then all of a sudden 7 days ago it just turned to the worst. So I finally I had an appointment. Had to go on Thursday. By Tuesday, today was the day when I saw the surgeon. Surgeon, what he did, he's put they sterilized it, they measured it, the width and the length. They put lidocaine on it. Doctor came in, scraped the crap out of it. And believe me, it's painful as hell. And they took a cotton swab to see if it's infected of any form, any bacteria. If that doesn't come out, comes out negative, then I don't have to worry about anything. And it'll be about 8 weeks of continuously scraping every week.
Richie, hold that thought. I got a plane going overhead at the moment, so I can't hear.
Okay.
I had my speakers hooked up, but I left them on the patio. I mean, I can hear you, but like I said, we're in a flight path. Go ahead. I'm sorry. So I see the picture now.
The doctor had to scrape it. It's going to be like that for about 6 to 8 weeks. So once he gets done with that, and hopefully,
what's he doing? Is he packing an antibiotic in it, or?
Yeah, he put some type of since my wound is gooey and all, it's oohing out like crazy. Sometimes that type of sores either is dry as hell. You put moisture back in, or you have to take moisture out. So that what they're trying to do is put a patch of iodine. They put it on there, put 2 patches on it, and then wrap it up like crazy. The compression alone will keep continuously pressure, and that's what help heal it. So.
You got to be careful, man.
This is the third time on the same leg.
Same spot?
No, 3 different spots. One with rebar that hit me in my left leg, on the side of my left leg, and that got infected. So it was 3.5 months to get that scraped. The one on the right side of the left side of the left leg, that took a year to heal, and now this time it's going to take about 8 weeks, hopefully, God willing, heal up. What's up, Papa Sue?
What's going on, Pop Craig?
How are you?
Not much.
What's new in your world?
It's cold over here.
Is it?
It's getting old.
It's really hot today. Disgusting.
Yeah, it was warm today. Sorry.
I might like that.
No, not right now. You don't. 2 days ago was perfect.
Yeah, you would. Don't listen to Richie. He sweats too easy.
My plan was originally going to the YMCA today.
Oh, yeah.
I had plans to go this week to go to the YMCA.
Go
That
swimming.
didn't go according to plan. So,
Yeah, you got to be careful with that, though, Rich. I hope that heals. Everything goes well with that.
yeah, that should be
Yeah.
fine.
That's it's kind of what happened to Stevie the first time, and then it didn't heal, and she had the same thing where the wound was scraped, and then well, we know where that went, but that was the first case.
This is due to my blood clots in the past, and the veins are so weak that it makes it hard the blood to go up and down the leg. That's why
Mhm.
we're supposed to wear compression all the time.
Yeah.
But I usually don't, because usually it's fine 99% of the time. But I had on depression for like about 5 days and still didn't do a damn thing. So,
Well, prayers, man. If you need anything, I can be there in 2 hours.
yeah, no, so good. So what's going on with you?
Oh, Richie, I'm got feet troubles too. It's
Well,
like you, the circulation doesn't go up and down, hasn't for years and years. And I'm just trying not to get the dang things amputated.
oh God.
And then, so I came down with this gut disease, autoimmune disease, but now I find out what caused it is a thyroid trouble. So, like, I can't get warm. I don't know. I mean, it's warm in here and I got my sweater on. Normally I wouldn't do that,
Just
But I
can't
mean,
get
I
rid of
would.
that chill.
Yeah, I'd be down there in Florida with a heavy coat on, but I'd be warm, I think.
Well, today
It's
was a
just,
high
You'd be
80, I
warm.
think it was. We
What
should be
was that,
fine.
Richie?
Today was a high of 80, I think.
Oh, it's been in the 80s here. Today it was probably 85. I think by Friday it's supposed to be like 90, but then the weekend's supposed to get a little cooler, but who knows? It's the rest of the country. We're getting missed by everything. We're just getting heat, but everybody else is getting slammed continuously.
yeah,
I don't envy anybody.
yeah,
That's dealing with snow and ice and no.
I saw a thing a while back, a weather report from some guy on YouTube. He does pretty good ones, and he was showing how the polar vortex, that really high wind that goes around and around and around the North Pole, got blown apart. So some storm slammed into it, knocked it apart, and we're just going to have storm after storm until that thing.
Which guy you watching? Max Velocity or Gary Hall, or because I watch those weather shit.
Is it Gary Hall? Maybe.
Yeah. I think that's his name.
Kind of heavy set, reddish
Young
brown
guy.
hair.
Young guy. Glasses, does a good job.
Yeah.
Really good
Yeah, I
job.
think he was saying that.
Oh, did you all hear Bill Dance passed away?
Who did?
Bill Dance?
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, he passed away about 3 months ago, I think. He was like 90 something. He had a career of like 42 years of live broadcast.
That's
One of the oldest
Ryan
guys on
Hall.
broadcast.
Ryan Hall, y'all. That's it. Thank you, Cheryl.
Yeah.
I don't know why I said Gary.
Close.
Ryan Hall, y'all. Shut up, Mr. Lee. Speaking of glasses, I just closed one eye. I can't wear them. They're tripping me out. I can't. It's just, I can't get used to that. Like, I tried them on again today. I'm sitting in the truck. If I put them on, like for reading for the computer, if I close my left eye, it's like there's no prescription whatsoever on the right side. It's like it's so clear, it's perfect, but and I can move around and nothing moves. But as soon as I open my left eye, it's like everything just gets all distorted, and I'm like, oh shit, I can't wear them. I think I'm gonna order a pair of those damn glasses that you keep seeing on the internet now, where you can. There's the two lenses, and you can adjust them. You can adjust each individual eye, so it'll
Really?
focus. So I might get a pair of those.
Pretty badass.
Oh man, I had a stroke about 10 years ago, and it took the eyesight off of the right side of both eyes. Just right, a line right down, just took the right side of it. And I couldn't wear my glasses anymore because they were these progressives, and you got to look right down your nose to keep everything focused. And my eyes were like trying to figure out what the Sam Hill to do. It took like a year or so of double vision and things jerking around until I could finally focus my eyes again.
That sucks.
Dina P, how are you? What is this? Let's get some aviators with some Ray-Bans. I don't like those. I mean, I'll do a Wayfarer all day long, but the aviators I'm not a fan. My dad wore them. I can't wear them. I know that sounded random, but
Caillou, when you get older, you can use a magnifying glass and glasses.
you'll have one of those magnifying glasses that's on a stand that sits on your counter, and you can just flip it over, and yeah.
That's a really good idea. I forgot about them.
Yeah. My dad had one.
I tell you, the first time I got glasses, I about cried. I'm sure I got tears in my eyes. I mean, I saw the whole world like trees had just a green blob on top of them and stuff.
Oh, wow.
And when I put the glasses on and saw that they had individual leaves and all the other things I could see, I was mind blown.
Were you colorblind?
No, nearsighted.
Just blurry.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was just blurry. I saw green mass on the trees, and I couldn't see the leaves.
That's crazy.
I would have to sit about 10 feet in front of the front row in school so that I could even see the words on the blackboard.
Oh,
Crazy.
dog.
I saw a video of a guy seeing for the first time. He was colorblind all his life. Cannot make out colors at all. He can only see like green, shades of gray and black, and maybe a little bit of red. That's all he was able to see. Light colors. And then when he was able to give him that special glasses, he was able to see blue, different darker greens to light greens. It was it was a tearjerker.
Yeah, a lot of people have difficulty with greens and reds when they're colorblind. Having people see for the first time, like see true colors for the first time with those glasses is amazing. That's just like, you get emotional. You're like, holy shit.
I definitely cried about it. Got me emotional about it.
Nonna
See,
Boss,
you and I, all of us take it for granted. That's why. So.
Yeah, we do.
Hey, Noma.
What's going on? How was your show?
Marty.
Good. How are you guys doing tonight?
Good.
We're ornery. I missed your show, though.
That's okay. You can always catch it on the replay when you have time.
What's that? I'm friggin' out of time. I'm running really low on that stuff. Of course, I can't do anything, but...
What's that, man? You got another 50 more years ahead of you.
I know the feeling.
How's your diet going? Or it's not a diet. Well, anyway, I don't know. It is.
That's a diet. It's going really good. I'm down 60 pounds. I went down 60 pounds and just stopped.
Really?
It just, yeah, I just stopped losing. I'm right at my target weight, and I'm 197 pounds, and I just stopped losing. I go up to 199 and down to 197.
Fantastic, man. How do you feel?
I feel like shit.
Yeah. Wow.
Probably have Hashimoto's thyroiditis and lymphocytic colitis, which are both girl diseases. And I got them. I've tried to live my whole life like a man's man, and I got these girl diseases. It ain't fair. It just ain't fair.
Wow. What's next? The UTI?
I probably got one of them too.
At least you're not a yeast infection.
I'm sorry to hear that, man.
Yeah. Well, so there's two ways to cure this lymphocytic colitis. It's real funny. I got one group of people says eat bananas and bagels, stuff like that. You got some people say add the fiber like crazy. Well, I tried that for months, and all I got was the shits out of that. So I am not going to be able to eat bagels and bananas because my blood sugar goes through the roof if I eat those things. So the other one is straight meat, straight carnivore.
I'm
And
sure you're
maybe,
upset about that.
huh?
I'm sure you're upset about that.
Well, God, I really love a beautiful multicolored salad. I love them.
Yeah.
And I do. I love my vegetables. So eating all meat's getting kind of boring. Plus, I think I might have to go to this, what they call a lion diet. It's nothing but...
Where do you get lion?
Yeah, I know. How do you eat lions? One bite at a time, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's eating nothing but ruminants. It's Michaela Peterson named it that. She had that autoimmune disease from childhood, and they cut out one of her. They replaced a knee and an ankle when she was a teenager. And she's sicker than hell all the time with rheumatoid arthritis. And she just started cutting things out of her diet until she got clear down to meat. And now she's doing really good. So I hope I'm not too late to the party on this. Works on young people. I don't know about us old farts.
I think your body will adjust.
We
I
can
see why not.
How's your diabetes? If you don't mind me asking.
My diabetes is essentially gone the way I'm eating. My A1C is 5.2, which is
great.
Right at the top of normal.
Fantastic.
So
right.
I want to do what you did. What did you do exactly so I could lose the weight like you did?
Okay, the first thing you got to do is slow down the carbohydrates. Don't, eat a little less, and then when you get down to where you can't take it, just cut them out. But make sure you got some really good electrolytes. Look them up on the internet, and have them with you, because once you cut out the carbohydrates, in about 3 days you're going to dump all the extra water and inflammation out of your body. It'll be about 10 or 15 pounds of it. That's a couple gallons.
Wow.
And all your salt and potassium and everything will go with it. So you drink that or you'll get that keto flu. So most people don't get that.
Dehydrating too.
And then switch to eating 3 meals a day with fatty, like go to ribeye steaks and salad and broccoli and cauliflower and lots of cruciferous vegetables and leafy greens.
Things I have to stay away from. So.
Yeah, well, you might get a craving for them once you stop the carbohydrates.
No, it's not. It's not that. It's the vitamin K products inside of it. I can't have more than 120 micrograms a day. That's the max I can have per day.
Of what?
Vitamin K.
Oh, vitamin K.
Oh, you're on a blood thinner.
I'm on warfarin.
Yeah, I was on that. You know, tell the doctor you're going to eat that way and he'll up your warfarin.
Yeah, I gotta have to make appointments.
And you know, in about 6 months or a year, you won't need that stuff anymore.
Warfarin?
So here's what else has happened. And okay, and so you do that, right? Eat what you can. Don't worry about it. You can go straight carnivore, and I've looked at it on a molecular level, and meat's got everything you need in it. We you know, our ancestors had a lot of times during those ice ages when there weren't any plants to eat. All there was mammoths, and so you know they just ate meat. So we're adjusted to that, and we can eat all plants when there's no meat, and we can mix and match them. And when we're in abundance, we tend to overdo it and kill ourselves.
This is true.
So then then you start, like one day after a couple weeks or something, don't eat breakfast. And this is a really big trick, and it's really important because it's the keto diet and the fasting diet stuck together.
Yeah. The intermittent fasting works.
Right. Mm-hmm. So skip the breakfast and then try and move the dinner closer to the lunch.
Okay.
And then as you go through the months, try and move that towards breakfast, because that's our circadian rhythm. You know, our cortisol spikes in the morning, raises the blood sugar. The liver makes it. You don't have to worry about eating any carbs or sugar because your liver will make all that your brain and your blood cells need.
Mm-hmm.
And as a matter of fact, if you're probably like me, and my liver makes too damn much blood sugar still, it still wants to go up, you know, like to 115 or so, and then down to 80.
I'm not diabetic just yet, but I'm trying to not get there. That's the problem. So I'm trying to drop down the weight, try and suck down the weight as quick as possible without, you know.
So, coffee and a smoke, man, I haven't heard of a better breakfast than that.
I can't drink coffee anymore.
Maybe coffee and a smoke. Well, whatever you're smoking, you can wake and bake is fine too. I can't do it anymore, but I can do it.
You can't get high anymore.
Bedtime. Pardon?
You can't smoke weed. You can't smoke cannabis anymore.
I can at bedtime. If I smoke it in the morning, my day's over. I just
It's over before it begins, huh?
yeah, it's just all done. So, but that's the kind of thing. And then every now and then, once a month or something like that, try to not eat for a whole day. And then, like I just finished, I just failed at my goal there. I was trying to go without eating for 72 hours because they say that makes wonderful things happen. I made it 69, but that's a great number as far as I'm concerned.
The cancer sign. You know that?
Huh?
69 is a cancer sign.
Can't hear that last word. You're talking to a deaf guy too.
69 is a cancer sign.
It's a cancer sign, 69.
Oh, I did not know that.
I had the best sign out there. No, I'm not trying to be preferred or anything, but that's actually is the true sign about cancer.
I thought it was.
A crab? Yes, it's a crab too. Or the yin and the yang. That's what a cancer is supposed to be. It's supposed to be the yin and the yang, or 69. It's two because the cancers are 1 minute of total emotion or bastard cases, and 10 seconds later they could be total happy-go-lucky.
So the way this weight loss works, I learned, is it's all about hormones.
Mm-hmm.
So you got insulin. Whenever you eat carbs, you need insulin to have that work in this. And when you don't eat carbs, glucagon comes up.
Okay.
And that says take the fat out of the cells. No matter what, if you're just eating fat, it'll say take the fat out of the cells. And if you don't eat too much, and it's what I really like about it is if you try and eat too much fat or meat, you can't. You know, try and eat a quarter stick of butter, you know.
Ew.
You'll throw up. Just like
Just
with
thinking about it.
just like with that Ozempic, right? So what it is Ozempic kind of works on this. When that glucagon goes up, it releases something called semaglutide, and you ain't hungry. I just went for 69 hours and I wasn't hungry. What happened at hour 69 was I got shaky and headachy and starving, and so that's time to eat. Don't friggin' push it past that, you know. And this has taken me 7 months of slowly, you know. It took me, I don't know, a long time to get to 12 hours.
So what are you taking in the meantime? Like you're fasting, you're not eating, but what are you drinking? Are you taking vitamins? Like what's I mean, is there a supplement? You know?
Okay, since I'm old and have bowel disease and can't absorb a damn thing, I take like 20,000, four or five times as much vitamin D as I'm supposed to take, because that one's really important. The one that goes with that is K2. Take a hell of a lot of K2, because what it does is it helps with vitamin D. It puts calcium in the right places instead of in all your organs and arteries. It puts it in the bones where it's supposed to go. So that's a new vitamin they've discovered, and people without it are, you know, messed up. It's in egg yolks and I think a fermented soybean product that is disgusting.
Really?
Natto. And then I take vitamin B12 en masse. A lot of my legs going to sleep was a thing called beriberi from no vitamin B1. So I got a fat-soluble kind of vitamin B1 and take a lot of that. I take, you know, a little bit of vitamin C now that I'm on meat. Mr. Lee says he has to take loads of vitamins. The ones that are fat-soluble, like vitamin A, retinol is what you want. You want something that's fat-soluble. Like all the vitamin E is beta-carotene. That's a precursor for vitamin E. It won't work very good. So those are some of the main ones. The electrolytes I drink, I think it's called Keto 1000. I tried Dr. Berg's. I like this Keto 1000 better. It's got potassium, magnesium, selenium. I don't think it has iodine.
Are you also taking what's the other medicine? Is a mineral the body needs?
Magnesium.
It's for help. No, it helps with the hair. Helps it keeps the skin nice and tight. Collagen.
Collagen? No,
Yeah.
hell no. I'm 71.
Why not?
I don't give a damn about my skin. Well, maybe I don't want it to rot off.
I want to look like I want to look like I'm 30 years old when I'm 90. Guess and the confused girls. How old are you?
Wouldn't we all like that? You know, I saw some people who have been eating healthy all their life. I went to a doctor talk last week, and man, they don't know anything. Good Lord, it's all so friggin' backwards. It's like they're behind 20 years. They don't even know what cholesterol is. They're trying to explain all this to us and how we need to completely stay away from meat, and that was all a big lie.
It is a lie.
It was a huge lie, and I watched that fight happen all my life when I was young, and we lost. And they poisoned us, and we're already messed up. We all got fatty livers, and when enough fat gets in that liver, big things really start to break real bad. Diabetes shows up. Let's see, like 80-90% of us are overweight now.
Yeah.
40% of us are friggin' obese. I made it. Got her done.
I'm
Yay!
obese.
Yeah, we get it. And you know, and it's like that when that insulin is up and the glucagon is down, you can't burn fat. It won't come off. You'll eat one biscuit for the whole day and it'll all go into your fat cells if you can't get that insulin down.
Yeah.
What's up, Stevie?
So, hey, Rex is going to retire. Good idea, Rex.
Suggestion, Rex. Keep moving. Seriously.
And happy birthday.
I'll be 62 midnight. I'm retiring. Congratulations.
See you, man. Go fishing.
Take it from me. It's not as all it's cracked up to be. It really isn't. It's so much time you don't know what to do with yourself.
I'm sure he'll be fine. Harold Denton, how's it going?
Get a hobby like fishing.
That's what I said.
It'll keep you young.
That's true.
I take vitamin D, zinc, B12, magnesium, vitamin. Also bought a mountain bike that I started riding 2 weeks ago. Good for you.
Nice.
Yeah, it's all important to keep moving. But if you get sick like us, you're screwed.
Yeah.
So, but the nice thing is, I lost 60 pounds laying on the couch and whining mostly. I would get up and go for a walk with the dog every day, but you know, and I've started doing a few push-ups and pull-ups, and can't do a pull-up yet, but I can. I could do one push-up, man. I could do one. Now I can do 12.
Our bodies are just not meant to eat a lot of processed foods. I mean, we're
not supposed to eat processed foods at all.
Yeah.
No, those things they turned all the.
Yeah.
They turned and yeah, they got 250 names for sugar in those foods that we can't pronounce, and we don't even know what kind of horrible little chemicals those actually are.
Exactly.
And they go, yeah, well, we fed them to these mice for 6 weeks, and it didn't kill them, so we're giving it to you now.
Yeah.
20 years from now, you're going to grow a third ear, but...
But unfortunately, the FDA doesn't do anything really about what's in our food. I mean, I saw a video a couple of days ago. It was Heinz ketchup. It had the same exact packaging, except one of them was from, it was from Europe, and the other one was from the United States. And the one that was for Europe, I mean, it had like 4 ingredients, and that was it. Except ours had extra stuff that you can't pronounce, and it's because our food, they don't regulate properly, what can go in our foods. So it's like, you gotta be super careful, and
Yeah,
I've been on,
it's a
I've been, you know,
change.
I did that, the same diet that you're doing. I did it about 8 years ago, and I've lost 100 pounds, and I've been able to keep it off. So it works. It works. It
Did
does work.
did you get to go back to eating carbs?
I do occasionally. I try not to though, because if I do, then I'm in a lot of pain. Like, my joints
Oh.
swell, and I have, like I really can't be eating gluten and all that. And I've been having
So,
some
do you?
some issues
Tip?
lately, so I've been
I
trying to be more
have.
careful.
I have something you might be interested in looking into. I have to find it. It's in my wallet somewhere. It's to help you to eat certain foods, and it has like keto friendly stuff. So
Hmm.
you can eat like carbohydrates, but it's not the same carbohydrates as
Hmm.
it's
Yeah.
I forgot the name of it. It's so good. It's one of my friends. She's on it. She's 70 something years old. She is in better shape than half the
Hmm.
20-year-olds I know. You know.
Like if I'm gonna have bread, I try to get bread that doesn't have the high fructose corn syrup in it, and like I do. I try to be super careful. Like if I'm gonna have it, it's in small amounts, and it's not, like I don't do it every day, and I try to stay away from certain things. And if I'm gonna have like Moog's made amazing potatoes. I haven't had potatoes, white potatoes, in so long. You have no clue. That's why the whole time we were eating dinner that night, I was just like, "Oh my god, this is so good. This is so good."
I wasn't trying to kill you. I didn't know.
It was like
I'm
like
from
tears.
I'm from Idaho. I'm from
Yeah.
Idaho. I gotta have my spuds.
It's like crazy. Hey guys, I'm gonna say goodnight. I wish I could stay, but I'm just in a lot of pain tonight, and I can't. I've been sitting too long, and I'm about to cry my eyes out. So
Oh, don't do that.
before
Feel
that
better.
happens, all right, guys, have a great night.
Thanks
Night,
for stopping
everybody in
in.
chat.
Talk to you soon.
La- Later,
Have a great
Marty.
night.
All right, good night.
Feel better. All right, let me unmute Richie. Yeah, Richie, whatever you're crinkling over there, it's loud.
I was itching my face. Sorry,
No
my
worries.
beard. It does make noise. Sorry.
It's all right. What else is in here?
So you saying something that's going on with Jeff?
Jeff Townsend.
Is he okay?
He's in the hospital. I think he's dealing with, I think I said, congenital heart failure.
Oh shit.
Yeah. And
Congestive heart failure.
congestive? Congestive. I said the wrong word.
I got that too. Crap, Jeff. You can't fix that.
My
Yeah.
friend has something like that. But he had to go to the surgeon to, I think, get shocked to restart his heart, something like that.
Oh, I see. To get rid of that atrial fibrillation, maybe.
Yeah, and he's only like 30 something years old.
Oh, wow.
He can't go to he can't walk a long distance. He can't do this. He can't do that. He's like 30 years old. It's like, dude, I feel bad for you.
When my dad was living in Arizona, he got heat stroke once. So after that, he couldn't deal with the heat. And then later on, he had open heart surgery, and then he blamed everything on his heart. Saying it wasn't the heat stroke, it was my heart. I couldn't deal with the heat. So I wasn't. I don't know if he just convinced himself of that or.
Well, your heart does mess everything up because you just don't get good blood flow if you got that damage in your heart.
Yeah, I wasn't sure. Yeah, he would. You could barely. It was almost impossible to slow him down. But towards the end there, he just couldn't do it anymore. He was 80 years old when he passed. But yeah, he always said, "Oh, I can't go out anymore because of the heat stroke." But now he was like, "No, it was because of my heart." So I don't know what it was, but made me wonder.
So how's Stevie?
She's good. She's right next to
Yeah.
me. Say hi.
Say hi. Hello.
Hi, Richie.
Hello, sweetheart.
So I wonder how many people here have this Hashimoto's. I hear 27% of us have it. I think I've had it a really long time. And so like a couple of years ago, I went to the neurologist. I don't know why. I can't remember why, but I told the neurologist that she asked me about depression. They always ask you about depression now, you know. Do you feel safe? And I go, no, I can't get up off the friggin' couch. I'm sick and tired and bummed out. No, I don't feel like killing myself, but I don't give a damn about anything, and I can't move, and everything hurts, and blah, blah, blah. And she goes, here is some Alzheimer's meds and some antidepressants. You'll be fine. None of them did a thing. And that was Hashimoto's the whole time. And when these guts went off, it took off again. I don't know. I went on the keto diet and all these. It cleared up pretty good, but it just wouldn't quite go away and wouldn't go away. And then I got these gut troubles, and boom, the Hashimoto's came back with a vengeance. So there are some cool tricks. It's the worst one I've ever heard of. It's nasty. It'll give you heart attacks. It'll destroy every bit of your body. And it'll create more autoimmune diseases. Like what?
I'd never heard of it. Hashimoto. What?
Hashimoto's thyroiditis. It's
Thyroiditis.
where I guess what happens is you get a leaky gut from wheat. If you're intolerant to wheat, it lets some broken pieces of gut bacteria into your bloodstream. One of them sticks to a receptor cell on your thyroid gland for some dang reason. They have an affinity for it. And your immune system's really protecting that thyroid gland. It's vital. And I saw a really cool video of it actually happening. A cell grabs a antibody. I think it's a macrophage or something like that, and it shows the antibody, presents the antibody to the receptor site with the junk stuck on it, and then your antibody goes back to the rest of the immune system in the liver or something, and they start making a buttload of white blood cells. It might be in your bones, and they come out and start attacking that thyroid gland till it's gone. So yeah, people have to have their whole thyroid taken out. So one of the things I did to trip this Hashimoto's back off again. Is that me?
Yeah, because I think I had. Well, hold on. Let me see. No, I've got him muted now. So it was Richie.
He was busy. So I had some, I couldn't figure out why my legs were numb and tingling again, and then I heard something about hypothyroid. It ain't working very well. Happens to a lot of old people. Okay. You might be low in iodine. You can make a test to see if you absorb iodine very well. Put some on your arm, Rub a little on there. Tincture of iodine. And if it's still there in an hour, if that yellow patch is still there in an hour, you're probably low on iodine because you ain't absorbing it.
It's good test.
So I did that. It was still there. I woke up the next morning and my legs weren't tingling anymore, and I could handle the cold. This deal of being ridiculous, the slightest breeze makes you freezing to death. And that went away. But then with Hashimoto's, if you raise the iodine, the immune system says, hey, what's all this activity over here? Let's put the army on them and kill them all. So the only cure that they got is you can take steroids and immunosuppressors, and they say they've got some now that target that pretty well. And then in the meantime, you can take thyroid hormones of some sort. The natural desiccated pig thyroids are probably the better, because you know what happens when our chemists start making stuff to put in our body. It gets risky.
Yeah, I would say go as natural as possible.
Chessboard, you got to memorize that one. Yeah, elephant, chair, desk, and one more. I forgot what it was. World, I think. So you know most people can't do that?
Huh. Do what? Remember that?
Yeah, he'll say, remember these 4 words. Usually they give you 4 words, you know. And those are usually the words, something like that. And they'll say, okay, I'll ask you, remember them, you got them? Okay, I'll ask you in a few minutes. And people my age go, I don't know. I can't remember a thing. I got 3 or 4 out of 5. I got all but 1, right? And he goes, oh, heck, you're better than 110% of them. I went, dude, I can remember half as much as I could a couple of years ago. What the hell are you talking about?
Mine's a short-term thing. Like, I'll walk into a room and forget what the hell I went in there for.
Yeah,
it's sad when it's the bathroom. You know. I hear the shit, shower, shave, one of them. I don't know.
I hate it. I'm probably stuck with it. I'm old enough and damaged enough, but actually it cleared up a lot. It cleared up a whole bunch going ketogenic. Brain loves ketones, but I'm so old and broken. You see these young guys, they're getting their ketones at 3 and 4 millimoles per deciliter per liter or something. I'm poking along at 0.5. I'm lucky if I get up to 1.5. And sometimes I go 2 or 3. I did during this fast. I went up really good. And that's amazing stuff, man. That your body, when it starts eating itself, it picks out all the crap that you broke. And just keeps picking it out and picking it out. But then I think you need to raise the insulin so that, because the insulin is catabolic or anabolic anyway, it's the building. It says build shit up. Richie.
Yes, sir.
Have you got YouTube on?
No, sir. Just the fan over my head.
Is it blowing the sound back at you?
I might have. Let me just shut the fan off. Maybe that's causing it.
Hello?
Yeah.
It's an echo. And Mogs is muted.
Okay. Is that it?
No. It
Everything's
comes.
fine?
It comes after Mogs and I talk.
I have nothing on. TV's off. Damn it. TV's off. The fan's off.
Okay. You guys talk. I'll mute.
That's interesting.
It didn't pop up until just now to say I was muted. That was weird.
Yeah. So where are you now right now? Yeah, out and about in her backyard or?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just like 50 feet from where I normally do it. It's just too busy over there, so I just moved it to the back patio.
Guess it's too dark. I thought maybe out in the woods somewhere.
Not far from it. I'm in like this garden that's just like it's like a jungle.
Nice.
Nice.
So
You live in a jungle. You live in a swamp.
have you gone fishing lately?
Yesterday? Yeah, yesterday for a little while.
What did you go for? What did you go for?
Just bass. Stevie got a big one. I think she finally broke that 3-pound mark.
Nice.
We didn't have the scale on us, but I know this was more than 3 pounds. So
Yeah, I think mangrove snapper was had to been. I think he's 14 to 18 inches was the regulations for mangrove snapper.
yeah, I know. I didn't know that was a slot fish though. That's weird.
Yeah,
Slot being 14 to 18.
yeah. But somewhere in the price range, I have to confirm it again because I was looking it up for you the other day, but then like I said, I haven't seen you for about 2 weeks. You're on the podcast, and you listened to the shows for the last 2 weeks. So
You haven't?
No, I haven't done anything. I haven't been doing anything all that much. So
Yeah, I'm going to give you a call tomorrow though.
all right. Oh, I saw this other guy. Texas Scary Podcast.
Yeah, I've seen that.
That's the first time I saw it today. It's like 2 hours and 47 minutes long. I think.
Was it live?
No.
No, I
don't know he does live.
those stories, like narratives. Yeah, I just saw that station, that channel recently. Within the past month.
And there's another lady that does it. She's like type of autistic, but she does it like every night at like about 1 in the morning. Her things come up. She does like a little shows, So it's basically a little paragraph, maybe 1 or 2 paragraphs is the story, or 3 paragraphs is max the stories, and then she goes to another story.
Does she have a name or the channel?
Yeah, I do. I'll have to look through the channel for you.
Well, it's not for me. It's for everybody else. It's like
I don't know her name. No, I'll get that information for you tomorrow and give you her name. Very soft-spoken girl. There was a couple of people that making fun of her because she is a little slow. You could hear she is a little autistic. But people are evil, so
yeah, they are.
They make fun of people that don't understand. Oh, what's wrong with you? Blah 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 blah. Ain't cool.
Well, that's like people approaching, Stephanie and seeing she's got, aesthetic and going, oh, what happened to you? Like, I'm sorry, do you know me?
Do I have to explain myself to you? My life story? Seriously?
And people can be very insensitive and very just blunt.
Yeah.
They look at her legs and not her eyes.
Yeah. Doesn't make it any worse or any better.
Yeah.
Yeah, Patrick, I want Jay to take me tarpon fishing. Those doggone things look like a great big herring. I hope they don't taste like herring.
Why, pickled herring are supposed to be pretty good.
It was supposed to be. It's really, really good for you. It's got omega-3s up the yin-yang, but...
Yeah, I haven't. I've never caught a tarpon. That looks like fun. There's that clown knife. It's a fish. It's an invasive species here that kind of it's the way it hits. It's similar to a tarpon. It's invasive, but seems to have turned into a sport fish down here now. But it's called a clown knife, and a lot of people compare it to the tarpon. But those tarpon get big. When we were at a spring recently, where were we? Blue Spring. You would see tarpon, huge tarpon in this spring. That was, you were just like, oh, you know, you'd see them all in the spring, but then right outside the friggin' where like there's it's almost it's a literally boundary. It's some floats and a rope that block off the entrance to the spring, and the water gets dark. But you see all these gorgeous fish up here, 100 yards up here, but you can't see anything out in the lagoon. But you have a chance to catch any of those, because they're coming in the opening to this spring is only 50 yards across, if that. So we were fishing right at the spring, but I don't know. We didn't get anything. I think we got a catfish. Oh, I got a crappie. Yeah, speck. But yeah, there's some. So yeah, Jay, if you take anybody fishing, I want to go.
Hey, Jay.
Right on the research. What's up, Jeff? Pyromedic, how's it going? No, I missed a few. Hey, Jen. Chessboard, Jamie Cotterill. Anyway, yeah, where were we at?
Hey, Jay, already. I still want to go to that place you're talking about, the catfish place.
Yeah, I want to go there too. What's up, Trackway?
Hey, I'm here. Nothing. He's talking fishing, so yeah, I
yeah, I had to get off health for a little while and get into recreation.
Trackway.
Hey, what's up, brother?
How are you?
Yeah, fishing mugs. If you're learning how to do artificials, the best thing you can buy for yourself is a composition book and a pen, and just keep a ledger. That log book is probably going to be one of your most important things in how to get better at fishing artificials. 99 cents.
No, that's a great idea.
I tell everybody that.
I already have one.
And kind of learn how the fish do. If you know your spawn times and stuff like that, pretty simple. Pre-spawn, you want to fish down low. After the spawn, you want to fish high. And you're going to stay that way all the way up until October.
When you say high, you mean top water?
No, you want to fish up in the water column. Top water hat will work just about any time that there's shade. If you throw the top water out and it's all sunny and stuff, unless you're throwing like a frog or something on lily pads, but you just top water, you're always looking for shade. The tiniest spot of shade you can make a top water work. But
I don't know that.
With you got your pre-spawn coming up, so like Florida's a little bit quicker than where I'm at. This is like jerkbait season up here. Pretty soon we'll be running lipless crankbaits.
Okay.
And you want to kind of stay in things that are reddish color, because the crawfish, at least in most places, are a nice red color. And you want to kind of work off the bottom, because the fish are feeding down. They're going to start feeding real heavily on the crayfish for protein content.
For post spawn?
Pre-spawn.
Pre-spawn, they fuel up. Pre-spawn. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I noticed the bass that she caught the other day, it was fat.
Mm-hmm. They're going to start. You're going to start seeing them get them big bellies on the bottom of them, where they're full of eggs. So.
Speaking of full of eggs and synthetics, a couple weeks ago I went down to Minham Park because I'm too friggin' crippled to hike the mile down the river to my favorite fishing hole at No Tell'em Creek. But the Minham Park has a great fishing hole, and I caught a 30-inch steelhead.
Oh, wow.
Full of eggs.
Wow.
It was tough to decide whether to eat the caviar or use it for bait. It's bait.
Use it for bait.
You can
Yeah,
eat steelhead caviar?
steelhead eggs are delicious.
Really? I never knew that.
Yeah, but they're
I never
gross.
had them before.
I
But
never did either.
and then I couldn't go and then this last Saturday we had another 40-degree bluebird day, and I couldn't get off the friggin' couch to do anything. And my grandkids went down to No Tellum Creek and caught a bunch of damn steelhead.
Good for
Of
them.
course, they used the stuff I gave them, but
Well, at
I
least they
just
caught.
I would love to watch them kids catch steelhead. I would love it.
What do you what tests do you guys use for steelheads?
We use 10-pound around here. You could get away with 8, but every now and then you would hook a great big one and not be able to hack it with 8-pound. So I mean, you can be a smart ass and catch them with 6 too, but I like to get them and not break my line.
Yeah.
For those of you who don't know, a steelhead is actually an ocean run rainbow trout.
Okay.
And they get up to like 20 pounds and stuff out in the ocean, but by the time they swim the 500 or 600 miles up here, they weigh anywhere between 8 and 12 pounds on a fish that's been in the ocean 2 years, I think. Those are 12-pounders, 8-pounders, and 12-pounders, and in between. And then the 1-year fish are about 4 or 5, and they're about 24 inches long.
Wow, sweet. How's the fishing? How hard is the fight?
Oh man,
That good?
yeah. I don't know if they fight better than bass though, Mogs. I don't know. It's about the same, I think.
I
But
guess
they're
it depends.
big.
I mean, if you're catching them in a river, it's a different fight than say a pond or a lake.
Right, because they use that
and
current. Yeah,
and it also depends if you're talking smallmouth or a largemouth bass. Like a smallmouth, pound for pound, is a better fighter than a largemouth bass.
I
Is
didn't
it
know
really?
that.
Oh yeah.
We got lots of smallmouth. We don't have lots of largemouth.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
no.
have.
It's like I was when I was in Wisconsin. That was my main target. Was if it wasn't walleye, I was catching smallmouth, and yeah, they don't compare to largemouth.
No.
And it's funny though,
Smallmouth will come up a little.
you're talking using 10-pound tests. You using mono? What are you using? Fluorocarbon? What kind of line are you using?
I use El Cheapo Stren Clear Blue
Okay, but you're using 10-pound tests for a 20-pound
because
possible 20-pound fish or a
it
12-pound fish.
that I've tried every line right, but in freezing weather, that line acts better. You can get some fancy fluorocarbon and stuff like that, but
Sure.
when it's frozen and you're using a spinning reel, you'll open that bail and the line will go shoo,
Really?
like a slinky right out of your, and you're
Because it
done.
freezes. Yeah.
Yeah. So
'Cause
yeah, I use it.
that's how I fish light, as simple as possible. But then I'm listening to like I said, I've been watching these videos, and Roland Martin's like, if you're gonna fish a frog, you need a 7-foot 2-inch pole and a crankbait reel and 65-pound braid, and I'm like, what? So I took my biggest pole that I'm using, that's freshwater, and I have probably 12-pound on it, and tied a frog to that. It's the reason is because you're throwing in the lily pads and so much heavy cover that you want to be able to get that fish out.
Yep.
But damn, that's 65 pounds. That's a lot. And these guys are tournament fishermen. I mean, these guys, just their purpose is to hook the fish and get it in the boat as quickly
Yeah,
as possible.
that heavy braid is actually just to cut the vegetation.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
See, most of my fishing is always on a boat, never on the shore. So
that was a first time when we went fishing. Rich?
probably the first time for me in probably about 3 years.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I usually fish from the ocean. My buddies used to have boats and he used to go fishing all the time out in this Long Island Sound or out in or towards uh what's the name of the place? Where Pie Island is, not Pie Island. My God, what's the name of it?
Montauk
Fire
or
Island. Fire Island.
Fire Island. Okay.
We used to go out fishing towards there all the time.
Isn't that the South Shore?
Yeah. I also lived in the town is Amityville.
Oh, you were in Amityville? Right on.
I used to live in Amityville, so we used to have a boat.
Yes, people, that Amityville.
So we used to go out Amityville, go out to Fire Island and fish out there, and get some great. We got sharks out there too. We caught it was a Mako shark. It was a half inch too short to legally catch. We had to throw it back. We caught a blue dog. You can't eat it because urinates through his pores. And we caught a thrasher shark, 12 foot, 12 inches, 12'2". The body and the tail is the same length, 6.1 foot, weighed 252 pounds. I thought it was nothing on the line. My friend hooked it. He's like, "Oh, you want to see if it's anything on the line?" I was like, "Yeah." We went in there, like, "That's nothing on this damn line." And all of a sudden, about the last 10 feet, the shark saw the bottom of the boat. I went overboard. So.
Yeah, you mentioned Fire Island. Interesting fact. You know how they redid the Tappan Zee Bridge?
Really?
Yeah, they changed the whole bridge. Now it's called, I think it's called the Governor Cuomo Bridge or Cuomo or whatever they fucking called it. But the old bridge, they actually, when they disassembled it, they took it by barge out to Fire Island and sank it. So for a reef system out there.
Really?
Yeah. So
did not know that.
That's where the old Tappan Zee Bridge is sitting off of Fire Island.
Nice.
Fish are like that. If you make it, they will come.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
So, Mr. Lee, if you're out in the wilderness around here and you're in a survival situation, you don't have any fishing equipment, there's a few things you can do. If you got streams nearby, especially in the high lakes, if you can see the trout in the water, you get in the water, you sneak up behind them, you put your hand in the water till it's so friggin' cold you can't feel it. So it's the same temperature as the water. You slide it underneath that fish from the back, and they will let you do it, and you close your hand like that and put them on the bank and whack their little noggins.
Or if you want to.
He makes it sound easier than it is, but.
And by the end of the day, you'll be thoroughly soggy and frustrated and pissed off, but you'll have a couple of fish.
If you want to, you can also
frostbitten hand.
There's other ways you could fish without fishing.
Frostbitten hand.
You could use rocks and make it like a little trench, and one way in, one way out. Have little
there's
daggers.
Fish traps you can build.
So fish come in, but they try to come out, they get stabbed.
You ever watch them thumbing? Or they just put their index finger and their thumb in the water and they work the thumb up and down until a largemouth comes up and attacks the thumb, and then they pull the whole fish out of the water. I don't think I'd do that down in Florida.
Once. I think I saw that once.
Well, that's interesting.
Down there in Florida, you're liable to get an alligator or something on your thumb.
Oh, yeah. No, I don't go anywhere near the water.
I'd probably have a harder time finding I'd probably have a harder time finding a largemouth bass around here than I would doing that. They just ain't around here. If you go 100 miles, they got them.
Do you know there was an old lady that got killed by a gator?
Yeah, recently.
Yeah, recently. I heard about that. She was walking her dog next to the water, and the gator just came out and grabbed her, and part of the food chain.
Okay, I get it. She was 85, but why walk the dog near the water?
I
there's
don't
fucking
know.
Alligators in there.
I've seen how fast those things jump out of the water to get something.
It's like we're
Hey.
this one spot that Stevie and I fish. Now there's an alligator. Well, actually, we were there last weekend or just last weekend, and we didn't see the alligator last time we were there, but just the time before that, there was an alligator in there. Well, the other day we didn't see the alligator. Yeah. So it's just weird knowing there's an alligator where you're fishing. You know, because your head's on a swivel. You're like, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Because you catch a fish, they show up. Any splashing, they'll come in.
Well, they showed the footage. They didn't show her getting pulled in the water by the alligator. But the footage I saw, that was one huge alligator. It was after her dog, and then the dog got in front of her, which put her between her and the alligator, and he took her. And then they played the woman that did the 911 call.
That had to be a horrific call.
Yeah.
Oh.
Did anyone know how big the gator was?
10 feet.
Foot.
Yeah, 10 feet.
Jesus. 6-footer gator, you have a fighting chance. A 8 and 10-footer, you don't have a prayer.
Oh, well, the one we just saw recently was probably 7. Probably 7-footer.
Or what about the one by me? The one we saw about 300 yards out.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember where that was.
That was by my house.
Oh, that's
By their
right.
boat ramp.
Yeah.
The kayak. Our gator was huge. Wherever he was huge.
Yeah, I'm gonna get in trouble doing fishing down here because I'm gonna forget and just walk across the body of water and surprise.
Man, they're fast though. They're fast, aren't they?
Yeah, well, when we saw the gator in this lake, like we had fished there a bunch of times before, and normally we would sit pretty close to the damn shoreline, and we're on like a boat ramp, and we were probably a good 20 feet up the ramp away from the shore just to, we would have had time to react if something came up out of the water. Well, one of us would have.
One of us. Oh my God.
So,
I'd react on your behalf. Don't worry.
here's a good one for you guys in the woods you should take with you. You can put this little beastie on your belt. And it's got, see that little divot in it?
Yeah.
That's for a bearing for the spindle when you're doing a bow drill.
Okay.
And it's also made out of high carbon steel, so all you got to do is find a hard rock and break it up so it has a sharp edge. And then you got to find some kind of tinder that will take a spark. A lot of times just take some char cloth with you. This is the way housewives did it forever. They had a little tin. You've seen that, right?
Sure.
Where you put the cloth in the tin and throw it in the fire. And then you got char cloth, right? Well, you can do that with punky wood, too. And all the old mountain men used to carry a little tin and a striker. And then after you build your fire, you get some more punky wood and you throw it in the tin and burn it. So you got a fire going every time. And what you do is you put that punk or the char cloth right next to there, and
Spark.
And when the spark lands on that char, that's what they call it, char, it takes right off. And then you blow it into a fire. And use
it's another
whole can, blow it all up, and you can set anything on fire with that.
It's good too. Hair. Cut the remaining hair off that you don't want It's great for great to burn. It's gonna smell, but who cares?
That's
Um,
bad.
um, any chest hair, body hair, shave it off, and you can use it to start fires. Wax from the pine trees is good
That,
Oh
to
yeah,
that,
start
fine
fires
stuff.
too.
hold on, you just had a great idea for a, can you imagine a YouTube channel? The manscaping survivalist. I can see it now.
Good hair burns better than the head on your hair, or there's more oils than no.
Yeah, we could. Yeah, you could argue about it all day if you wanted. Yeah.
There's a
You need
gentleman.
Tinder. The lint from your belly button works well.
I
It
was
would.
gonna say I actually have sparked a fire with belly button lint.
I would just rather light the whole shirt on fire.
Yeah, well then somebody showed me you can just scrape your knife on your blue jeans and get all the belly button lint you want.
There you go. God.
There's there's a thousand ways you can actually make stuff that you could use every day. There's one of those sticks that you can burn. You know, that give you a little. It's
Starter log?
No, it's not. It's not one of the starter logs. It's actually it's a gel type of material that you can start fires with. Oh, Vaseline. Take Vaseline, and Vaseline burns too. So it's another thing you take like like a fiber or some sort and wrap it around with Vaseline, and Vaseline eventually going to catch on fire and start a fire. So they say. There's what's it? The name of the thing is called Battle Box. Anybody ever heard of them before?
No.
The good old boys from Georgia. And they started this program. Every month you pay for like a box.
Oh yes, I
For
do
like
know.
entry level, let's say $40, up to $400. They're on
And
YouTube.
you don't know what you're getting
It's called
every month?
Box. Every month they give you up to $400 worth of $300 to $400 worth of stuff every month, and it's different grades of water tracing systems, pills you could put in, fire starter equipment, flintlocks, knives, bunch of stuff in there. Little hatchets sometimes.
Right on.
All the stuff that you could use in I believe in like a dungeon system. So you have, like, let's say a life straw. So you could filter water out with another backup with there's is a pouch, gather the water, put it onto a tree, and the settlement will go down to the bottom, and you're able to drain out the usable water, and then you sterilize the water after that. But just so you don't get any bacteria. It's supposed to be drinkable water then, but your base bet should the boil the water at 212 degrees, and you kill all the bacteria.
Filtration systems out there.
They say you can also use what was it, wood for like a frame, like a frame, then use what's the name of that, plastic, and the water will go vaporize onto it and it'll drip down, and that's supposed to be usable water, and you pour it into a cylinder.
It's like distilling.
Yeah,
because it's when the water when you get the water on the plastic, it leaves behind all the minerals and all the shit. It's just water.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's another survival thing. A tarp, you can use tarps to do.
There's a newer thing, Richie, called the Sawyer water filter. God, I love them.
I've seen them.
Yeah, only about that big, $20 at Walmart, something like that.
Yep.
You can filter 100,000 gallons of water through the doggone thing, and I haven't got sick yet. But then we got really good water here. I mean, fucking western edge of the Rocky Mountains. Unless you get way down low in the middle of a cow pasture, you're going to be pretty good.
I was up in New Hampshire. I was near the White Mountains. But the guy that went, my stepfather had he was a peace officer. So he had his gun. The guy who owned that owned the motel, really liked us, and he took us all over, say, to Washington, New Hampshire, and showed us all these great places to go hike. And oh my God, this guy's selection of toys was amazing. My mouth was like, oh, the whole wall's toys. If you get my gist. And we were all the way up in some mountain, say about 4,000 feet, 3,000, 4,000 feet, and there was a little waterfall, and I was so dehydrated. I was like, oh, I wonder if I could drink the water. The guy's like, you could. You should be fine. It's coming from the top of a mountain, so it should be fine. You may get sick, but you may not get sick. It's a 50-50. And that water was so clear, so cold. Oh, my God. I had never drank so good in my life. Didn't get sick at all.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, that's the kind of water we got.
Oh, my God. It was the best tasting water I've ever had in my life. Besides Fiji.
We've got some
Fiji water.
really, really good water like that. And we also got some water that runs through iron deposits. Yuck. It's really bitter.
No.
I'm trying to think. I was living in a house. It was in Arizona, and it had well water, and that was probably some of the best water I've ever had. And it was they did put it through a filtration system, but it was really good water.
Being from the Rust Belt, we usually like our water bottled. We get the fancy imported stuff from like Michigan or maybe New York, places like that.
This is good water right here.
Usually what I drink is bottled water. Obviously. This is a shame, It's really a shame that we got to buy our water at the store.
Damn it. Try to show the bottle again. I don't know. It's called Kirtland's alkaline water. It's 9.5. That's pretty good. Get it at Costco for like 15 liters, I think it is.
Yeah, I've had that water. You left some here.
It's pretty good.
About 25 miles from here is an natural artesian spring.
Mm-hmm.
Many years ago, somebody stuck a pipe in it and put a casing around it, and now the water shoots out of the pipe straight up in the air all the time. And Nana and I go there every week or two with some big jugs, and that's what I'm drinking right now. Is best water in the world.
Yeah, there's a spring in Sedona, Arizona, in Oak Creek Canyon. Same thing. Somebody built a cement casing, yeah, and put a pipe in, and it runs constantly to it. Like they put it so it splits into two faucets, so you can put hoses on it. If people have these wild setups where they'll go and fill. They'll just pull their truck up. They don't have to take the bottles out, and they just hook a hose up and fill all their bottles right in the back of the truck, the 5-gallon bottles. But that gets busy up there. Well, it's free. People, and it's fantastic water. It was also it was cool. There was a restaurant, or there is a restaurant in town in Sedona that they have an artesian well, and they'll let you use their hose and fill up your, get free water.
Nice.
Yeah. So that was cool, because that was some good water.
But do you have to sterilize the water to be able to drink it?
Yeah, no, you can drink it right out of the pipe.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yep.
That's almost. Oh my God. The only best water I ever had, besides the one in New Hampshire, was Southampton. We had a well that was 250 feet deep in the. Oh yeah, and it was the coldest water ever took a bath in. Ever took a shower. So a really hot day, like oh my god, you can't. It's like 100 degrees or 100% index. You go, you either just come out of the pool, out of the lake, out of the bay, and you need to dry off. They get the soap off, the salt. Go in the shower and you wake up instantaneously because the water's that cold. You're right out of the faucet, and it's so good. It was so freaking good.
I'm
Donald,
not into cold showers.
Donald Fuller started talking about deer camp. Yeah, he just caused me to have like a memory as a kid. We'd go this place where we went hunting religiously. My dad, my uncle, and I. We would be the only ones there for thousands of miles, but they never brought water in the camper. There was an old hand pump there on the property that you would hand pump the water. Start filling up the water jugs, and we'd get down there, and it never failed because we get down there Friday night, and they always gave me the jug to fill. So it's pitch black, and they can't park like right next to the pump jack. Oh hell no, they got to park on the other side of the whole dang place. So I'm a kid, and they're walking in the dark over there, that pump jack, and filling up. And you get it pumping, going, and then you can catch a little bit in that jug, and then it would die off, and you start pumping again, and you'd be out there for about an hour trying to get a gallon of water. scared out of your mind because it's pitch black. You're like, what's going on around here? You can't hear anything going on around you. So yeah, great times, man. Great times.
No doubt. Scotty Waddles, how's it going? Park.
I've got a little motorhome, little 20-footer, Winnebago.
Mm-hmm.
And on the way up to camp, if we're going past that little spring, the end of the pipe's threaded. I just twist a hose on it and shove it right into the old motorhome's water tank. Yeah, so yeah, we don't. Our town water is the worst damn. It's ridiculous. Our government's so friggin' stupid in this state that we got 3 4,000 foot deep artesian wells for this town, and they run it all up, and then they run it through these ancient, crappy, rusty pipes, and chlorinate the bejesus out of it, and put fluoride in it too. I'd probably better not drink another glass of fluoride in my life, or I don't know. It messes with your thyroid.
Yeah.
Fluorine and bromine and everything else that messes up that iodine absorption.
And that's the case. What you should do then, you should get yourself zero water. Get you the 2.5 gallon jug. Pour test the water first, and it'll show you how many parts per million of the fluorides and all this other crap. And then pour into the zero water filter systems, the best filter system out there for water. And we'll take all the fluorides. The fluorides is the worst thing for you. It's poison. All it is. It's supposed to help your teeth. No, it doesn't. You bathe in it. You drink it. You cook in it. It ain't that healthy for you.
Grasshopper's got it spot on there. They're doing everything they can, and they tested us to see if they've got it done. Whatever they're doing to our food, whatever they're doing to our meat, whatever, they put the meat in them great big CAFOs, right? And them gigantic concentrated feeding operations. And that's garbage. I mean, and then they have to feed them antibiotics like crazy to keep them alive. and Lord knows what else, and then they feed them on corn and grains and stuff when cows are meant to eat grass.
Grass.
So instead of regular protein in there, it's full of branch chain amino acids, which is fine if you're a gigantic big bodybuilder trying to put some muscle on. But if you're, ordinary human like us, it ain't that good for you. Plus all the antibiotics and other crap they got in them, right? And then the vegans, the vegetables, we take the whole friggin' Midwest. What was there, 60 million buffalo running around on there? I don't believe they were creating global warming because they weren't eating antibiotics and farting methane. They were eating grass and doing okay, but they pooped all over it. They ate the grass. The grass didn't leave. It stayed there and got reintroduced to the soil. The carbon got sent back into the soil and fixed. The nitrogen got sent back into the soil and fixed. As the plants grew, those little bacteria in the soil, they actually feed the plant, and it goes up into the plant. We eat them. They live in our guts. I don't know if there's any nutrients or bugs in the Midwest anymore. They plowed that whole thing down. They put glyphosate all over it, which is an antibiotic. It's approved as an antibiotic, and then they genetically modified all the plants so they can handle that stuff. And then they fed it to us, and then they put whatever kind of 19 jillion kinds of sugars in those boxes. I don't know if they did it on purpose, but guess what? They figured out that we are docile. Testosterone levels from when I was a kid are only half of what they were. So anybody bitching about the toxic testosterone around here, you got her done. It's gone. Our kids, the boys, you've seen what's going on with young men, right? You've heard about that. They ain't doing jack. They don't even like girls. Girls are a pain in the ass to a bunch of them. The girls don't like the boys. The young men ain't got no job prospects. They don't make any money, so they're going out with 10, 20-year-older guys who have jobs and money. Better jobs anyway. And no, they're not even having sex, that bottom generation, Now, all us baby boomers, we're going to be gone really quick. And then we got the millennials. We've had more kids, so the millennials are they're smaller. They're way smaller. So they're going to have a great opportunity here because us baby boomers, we're retiring en masse right now. And we're dying en masse because we're all sick. Anyway, so yeah, we got all this going on, and then clear down at the bottom, see, this is getting smaller, and it's getting to a point, fail-safe point, no return. They're not going to be able to make babies. China's got the same problem. Most of the world's got the same problem. And
China's problem is they're because
They
they
don't have-
limited the whole one baby per household and shit that they screwed themselves.
yeah,
They don't have any food.
They're like missing a generation.
They don't have any food.
That was Chairman Mao that screwed them.
Yeah.
No, you're allowed to have multiple kids in China unless you pay for each other kid after that. The first kid you have, the state will cover. The second and third, fourth kid comes out of your pocket indefinitely.
Okay, so yeah, all that's true, but here's the deal. They did that one kid enough that generation is really tiny, and to have a functioning economy, that demographic pyramid's got to be bigger and bigger and bigger, or you got nobody to buy the shit you make. And that's what's coming down. So economies are gonna, I think we'll be okay, but I don't know, I mean, that last generation, they're not even having sex. So it's coming past the point where they're going to be able to make a generation after that. I don't get to see it, but
Well, our youngest generation so far is the smallest one, in like
Mhm.
and they're not having
historical.
babies, and that's happening all over the world.
Well, there's a lot of reasons for that, but that's not just one reason. But there's a lot of reasons. Plus, anybody who's got vax are dying left and right. Anybody who has not been vax or actually more they want people who are anti-vax. So that 20% of us that actually anti-vax, they want us to put blood into the blood banks. So your blood is actually worth more value than a person who's been vaxxed. It's the truth. Say it, but true.
Old Buzzard, how's it going? How you doing, Leslie? Cryptids Canada, great to see you.
Well, I'm going to have to call it a night, gentlemen.
Trackway, it's
Yes,
good to see
sir.
you, man.
Yeah, no problem. I hope to do this more often, I guess.
Please, love to
And
have you.
alrighty.
Don't throw us
Yeah.
a good time.
And yeah, and thanks for that suggestion. But I do have a composition book. Now I just got to
Yeah.
put it to use.
Well, we was talking. I had to go back to the back end of the house there, and I didn't have the light on. I didn't even think about it, but I'm sitting next to a bookshelf full of tackle.
Hmm.
I thought about turning on the camera, but yeah, I've been a I've been a fish junkie for a long time.
I inherited tackle and rods and reels and lures, and I have a ton of shit. Ask Stevie.
Yeah.
Now it's just a matter of some of it I've never used. You know, I've never used. I was never like a buzz bait. You know,
No,
fisherman
I
or. I guess I got a lot of stuff I'm going to start using, but
a lot of it is just there's some secrets to some of the gear. The buzz baits I never really used them myself all that often. Spinner baits I was like, what the heck, what are you guys doing? What's this thing gonna do, but and I never caught anything on it for years, but then I found that right combination, and now it's one of my favorite. So
what's up, Duke? Yeah, I think I'm going to start fishing like the rubber worms, like the Cincos, and I'm going to start concentrating on those too
You
because I
know,
know how to fish those.
it's pretty funny. The things that work for bass work really good for steelhead too. We fish rubber
mhm.
worms all the time. We don't drag
uh,
them around though. We just let them bounce.
Yeah,
it just depends on the type of rubber worm. The Cincos, that's and how you set up, your fishing rod and some of that where you see on the shows where they have all the different rods. Some of that is it's kind of true, especially when you're using those little hooks. You do want like a long, limber rod so the fish can't shake it. But yeah, maybe I'll start adding some fishing content or something. Tomorrow I'm planning to be out on the lake in the afternoon and just fishing some little Ned rigs and
right on. Good luck.
you know see how that pans out.
Yeah, all our fishing has been, shore fishing.
Hmm.
We try to find places with docks or piers just because, it's easier for Stevie. It's hard to stand on an embankment that's pitched
You know,
for Stevie. So,
another thing, if kind of, I suggest to people too, let's kind of get used to looking in the water and start eyeing structure. And when I say structure, I'm not like saying that's a plastic bucket in the water.
no, like
And
weeds and
yeah,
stumps.
but identifying like your mud lane, the inside ditch, the inside weed edge, outside weed edges. Because in early morning the fish will be on that inside weed edge, and then most of the day they'll be on the outside weed edge, and then at the peak they'll be right in the weeds. But thank you.
No, thank you, man.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. We'll see you soon.
Bye.
Have a good night.
And
Right on.
so now I got to get my boat out of the spot I have it in storage, and now I'm gonna
Yeah.
put it back to my side of my house. So,
What's wrong
and
with
then
it?
I'm gonna work on the engine.
What's wrong with the boat?
It needs to be put together, like the motors. The motor has to be put together. There's certain bearings that got to be put together. It's an inboard, so I need someone who knows how to work on the inboard engine, so I can learn as I go.
Is it a 4-cylinder? Do you know?
Oh Jesus, I don't remember. It's been
Well,
a
it's an
while.
inboard, so it's basically like a Volvo Penta or something along those lines, where it's a car engine
Yeah,
connected to a your prop
I used to
shaft
have
and
a
shit,
I used to have
Go
a
ahead.
19-foot ocean-going Bayliner with a Volvo Penta in it. 4-banger.
Good, yeah, they're good, great motors.
It would go, the dang boat would go like 60 miles an hour or so.
yeah. I just got to fix the boat up. I got to I want to put a new captain seat on it. I want to put another better passenger seat on it. I want to put a few miscellaneous. Want to clean it up, get it nice back to normal. I want to start using it by next year.
Right on.
So
Let me know.
yeah,
No, I'll help you. I'll help you put it back together.
yeah. Then I'll let you use. Here's the keys. You can use it anytime. Yeah.
You don't have to tell me twice.
So I actually just parked in the same spot you had it. Put the blocks on it so it won't move. And my neighbor next door, you would like him. He's a cool guy. His name's Bill. He's from Long Island, New York, and small world. And really cool guy. You
Leslie.
get along with him.
Leslie, we'll talk about that. She's like, I have a boat and 2 big motors on a trailer. I'm like, yeah, we'll talk tomorrow. I'll give you a call tomorrow.
Oh God.
Time for Papa's meds.
It's time for Papa's Med. I forgot to tell you about all this other stuff that's been happening, right? My blood pressure started being way low, way friggin' low. I'd stand up and pass out and stand up and feeling sick and dizzy and like I'm going, it's just Hashimoto's, whatever. And then but I keep checking my blood pressure. And it was like 96/48. I'm
Jesus.
going, what? Yeah, I go, what the hell? I call up the doctor and tell him, hey, something's wrong. He goes, well, don't take your blood pressure meds today and try it again tomorrow, right? And so I'm not on blood pressure meds at all now. I only take 2 meds. One is, 3. One is is a vasodilator to make sure I don't have a suck a valve here. keep me alive with my heart. One is Plavix, right? It gets on the red blood cells and makes them slippery so they don't clot up.
That's like black. Yeah.
Huh? Yeah. And
It's almost like a warfarin.
No. Warfarin makes less blood cells. Something. But yeah, Plavix is
It's a
more
blood
like
thinner, right?
It's more like aspirin.
Oh.
It gets on the blood cells and makes them slippery.
Okay, I thought it was a blood thinner. That's what I thought it was.
Yeah. So anyway, so I take that one, and then I got to take the old guy pee pill. You know, I got to take that Flomax so that I can pee. But I can tell my prostate is shrinking up now too. And I'm telling you, what they put in that damn food is horrible. It's doing all that to us.
Yeah, it is.
And we're docile. We'll put up with anything. Man, ain't not very many people around like buzzards roost that'll go, that's enough of this fucking bullshit. I'm coming. We're getting the pitchforks and heading for the castle.
Grab your torches.
Right. No, we're just docile and compliant. Yeah, we'll stay in our houses. Yeah, we'll let the whole economy crash. We'll let our kids go crazy and depressed and kill themselves and not learn shit and stay on. You know, we did it. We put up with it, and we'll do. And they know we'll do it again. Whoever they are, we got to figure out who they are. Is that Klaus Barbie over there in Germany again, or Klaus Schwab? I mean, the Davos World Economic Forum people that want us to move into apartments and eat bugs.
Yeah.
Ain't gonna happen. What's up,
You
Buzzard?
can kiss my ass.
Yeah.
Nope.
But I tell you, there's half of this friggin' world will just walk right in. They will let them weld the doors shut just like they did in China.
Well, then you got the young generation, a bunch of little soy boys. They'll go to listen to anything they're told. Okay, so you must be true. So everything the government says is gospel truth. You know.
Yeah, it's horrible, man.
So
Yeah,
it's a shame.
This up and coming generation has issues, to say the least. How are you, Buzzard?
Hey, how you are? Come on.
We're doing good.
Well, that's good. But, I just got up from my Papa C nap and feeling pretty dadgum sparkly.
Oh, right on. Should
Sweet.
have napped earlier. You could have come on earlier.
Well, you know,
Wait till the end of the show.
yeah, better late than never.
This is true.
How you doing, Papa C? Richie?
Hey, sir, how are you today?
It's good to see you, Buzzard's Roost.
Hey, thank you there, man. I didn't get the end of your blood pressure dropping story.
He's got a bad signal.
I would suggest for him to get look into the Verizon hotspot.
Who said that?
You know. Look at Duck Dynasty.
Leslie says, Jesus, you guys are looking like Duck Dynasty.
It's a beautiful thing. Beautiful guys.
I agree. Yeah. Quite
Yeah,
lovely.
my beard's not long enough.
Oh, I shaved mine too. I lost about 4 inches of it.
Damn.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it again. And then another thing this Hashimoto's does is makes your hair brittle and fall out and icky. And
Stevie wants to know if he used the hair for Tinder. The 4 inches of beard hair you cut off, Richie.
No. It was all a bunch of split ends, so I had to cut it.
let's test it, Richie. Let's test it.
Oh my God! No.
And then there
No,
were
thank
three.
you.
That would be a disaster, wouldn't it? Set
Buzzard,
myself.
I'm sorry you keep coming in and out, buddy.
Yeah, you should tell them honestly to look at to the Verizon. It's a $50 box. The up speed and down speed is good. Your ping will be a little slower than versus Verizon. Not Verizon. Spectrum. Spectrum is has crazy speeds. This will maybe give you like a 60 ping versus then to like 0 ping basically. So
BF Bud, what's up? Let's try again. He keeps popping up backstage. We'll try again. Gonna try again, Buzzard.
There he is.
Man, I'm sorry, man.
Ah, that's all right. Listen to Miss Dill. She says like, sub, and blah blah blah.
Freaking.
that's what I say about you.
You do at the end of the show.
Okay, this ain't working, or is it working?
Grasshopper says I look like Moog's brother. Where did it go?
Man, can y'all hear me?
Yes, sir.
We can hear you.
Man, I got my electric bill yesterday, and I still am about to pass out.
Your electric bill?
Man, I don't know if I'm here or there.
Your electric was that bad?
I see you. We see you.
Oh, hell no.
We hear you.
I don't know if that's a good thing or not, but man, I lived here a little over 25 years.
Ah,
He needs to move to an apartment in the city.
I don't think you can get him out of the sticks.
Me either.
Well.
Me either. But I'm sure worried about the rest of everybody, whether they will grab the pitchforks and go, this is enough of this crazy horse shit. Because it is.
It's got to come to a head. You know?
It's got to.
Let's see if this works. When he's off camera, it might work for him. How about
Yes.
now, Buzz? You hear us?
Yes. Nobody
Yeah.
wants to see me. Yes. Nobody wants to see my goat stink.
oh my God.
Suzanne, how are you? Good to see you. Well, yeah, guys, we are. I know you just got on here, Buzz, but we are at a little over 2 hours. I mean, I don't have any plans, so if you want to go on, let me know.
I got some crazy good stuff for you.
I'm sorry.
I got this new vape. It's called Blood Orange. At Truly today.
Oh yeah,
It's like 80-something%.
damn.
Oh yeah. I haven't tried it yet. But I also have a strand of vape. It's called strawberry cheesecake.
Ooh.
Oh my God! I had
Yeah, but even shit like that, the stuff they put in vape just to get those flavors is not good for you. The vape itself is not good for you.
yeah. Well,
From that cheese.
I don't smoke that vape that often, but when I did, oh my God, I was knocked off my ass today. I had that with a little bit of gummy. Whew, I was sleeping. I came home and went to bed. You know, for 2.5 hours, no pain whatsoever with the leg.
That's good.
You know,
That's real good.
2.5 hours. When I woke up, got out of bed, it's like, oh, that sucked.
So yeah, hit the vape again, and
No, I had to take my blood pressure pill, so
Oh yeah.
then it will drop my blood pressure way down to like nothing. It's not
Mr.
fun.
Lee says, don't talk about cheesecake.
Mm-hmm. Oh, there's a place over here that's in town. She makes keto-friendly cheesecakes. So
Why is
Me too.
You
You
there,
gotta
Buzz?
watch that. Richie, you gotta watch anything that says keto friendly. Read the dang label.
oh no, she makes it from scratch.
Oh yeah. Well, if she makes them,
Yeah.
yeah.
And it's also she uses some type of sugars that don't spike your blood sugars. So I haven't tried it yet, but I'm going to try it. I normally use monk fruit myself. I stopped drinking coffee altogether. I mean, I haven't had a real coffee probably about a week ago, and before that was like 3 months ago. After I stopped real coffee was giving me anxiety attacks, and when I stopped drinking coffee, I have 0 anxiety attacks now. I strictly drink tea a lot.
tea has more caffeine than most coffees?
Richie, I'm probably gonna have to give up coffee. It's a
Not me.
it's a laxative.
Yeah, but there's teas you could drink that is it's absolutely amazing. like Lady Hana. It's a great tea. It's has a little bit of apple in it, a little bit of strawberry, a little pineapple. Has a little bit of hibiscus tea in it, and it's delicious. And you put a little bit of a natural sweetener or local honey. Oh my God, it's amazing. It's one of the delicious teas to drink.
Mr. Lee says green tea.
Yeah, I drink green tea. That's the bomb.
And if you really want the caffeine, so you can have that caffeine fix for yourself, it will be black tea.
Yeah, black tea, like I said, has more caffeine than coffee.
Yeah, per cup.
Yeah.
Richie,
So
this green tea thing is a biohack on the ketogenic diet. It reduces inflammation. It's really great at it.
And
But-
there's you could put tea. There's a tea that has ginger, turmeric, and some other flavor, and that's great tea to drink. It helps with the inflammations of any form. Hibiscus tea is great for if you have high blood pressure. Hibiscus tea is great. It helps lower your blood pressure issues. There's a couple other teas that actually help you with your sugars too. I have to find them all. I'll give you more 411 about it. There's if you go on to the online, hit Tea House 650 Tea House or teahouse650.com, and that's the lady I get my tea from, and she has like 65 to 70 different types of teas, and it'll tell you exactly what's inside each tea and what it will do for the body. Great stuff.
Yeah, that reminds me, Mr. Lee.
Green-
I'm out of
green tea,
normally
Leslie.
I take a multivitamin, but I also take a turmeric pill, and I'm out of turmeric pills, so I got to pick those up tomorrow.
Just green tea, Leslie. It works good. All those other things are great. Yeah, the lemon ginger teas.
If you come down to my neck of the woods, I'm taking you out to the tea house.
Right on.
Ooh.
Yeah, we got to come down there soon.
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturdays, the tea house is open. And they got some really good food there too. Some keto friendly, some vegan food, and also low protein foods. High protein, but low carbs.
All right, guys. Richie, I'm going to give you a call tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
Papa C, it's always a pleasure. Thanks for stopping in and sharing. Appreciate it.
Really great to talk to you guys again.
Yeah, it's good to see you. Don't be a stranger.
Stranger than most.
We all.
Yeah. Around here.
Yeah.
Around here.
We are
Papa
an
C,
odd bunch.
do me a favor, say hello to Grandma for me, please.
Okay, Nana.
Thank you.
Richie loves ya.
Bye, Nana.
All right, talk to you guys. Have a blessed night, y'all.
All right, Richie.
Okay.
I'll talk to you tomorrow.
All right, bye-bye.
Good night.
All right. Bye.
All right, Papa. That was fun. Well, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed tonight's show. It was all over the place. They usually are, which is what it's about, right? Buzzard, I'm sorry you couldn't really get a good connection. We always love having you on. Papa, thanks. Richie, Trackway, good to see you, man. Don't be a stranger. Kimmy, how's it going? All right, guys. Figgy Figueroa, nice to see you. These names I missed. Well, listen, guys, I will be back on Thursday. If you enjoyed tonight's show, hit that like button. Also, if you're new, subscribe, share, and also leave comments. I love the comments. Don't always, I acknowledge them. I don't always answer them. Depends on the mood, I guess. But anyway, all right, guys. I will see you. Like I said, I'll see you Thursday. Take care of each other out there. Take care of yourselves, more importantly. And Peace and God bless. Mhm.